What's up, everyone? It's 420. You know what that means. Alright, so today we're going to work on our posterior chain. Alright, but seriously, we're going on posterior chain and hip stability today. The warm-up's going to consist of 3 rounds. You're going to do 10 side plank hip raises, which will get those obliques fired up a little bit more. And then 5 kick sits per side. And that'll just kind of get your stabilization going a little bit as far as in the hip and kind of the femurs working through different ranges of motion. And then you go into 4 inchworms, that'll kind of light up that posterior chain and get your plank warmed up. All right, then we go into the build. The build today is all about stability for the most part. We're going to start with 10 sumo stance good mornings, and then you go into 10 single leg Romanian deadlifts. All right, single leg deadlift, Romanian deadlift, I always do them pretty well the same way, but the point is stabilize. This one's going to start on the right leg. All right, once you've done 10 on your right leg only, you'll go into a 30-second bent knee single leg raise. So when you're doing that bent knee single leg raise, you're going to hold your right knee up as high as you possibly can without forcing you to compensate and bend your knee or anything like that on the down leg. Okay, so the bent knee that's up is fine to bend, obviously, but the other leg should be relatively straight, and you're trying to pull that knee up the whole time. So your hip flexor should be on fire because you're right at your end range. Right? If you're just kind of holding your leg up because it looks like you're supposed to hold your leg up, then you're probably not getting the point of this. All right, so hold that leg up as high as you possibly can without forcing any compensation. All right, once you've done the right leg, you're going to go back down. Then you're going to do 10 narrow stance good morning where your feet are together. And then you're going to do 10 single leg Romanian deadlifts on the left leg, and then finish with the bent knee single leg raise on the left side. All right, those are 30 seconds at a time. You do 3 full rounds of that complex there. Then you're going to go into brute balance. We stole this workout from brute strength and then modified it per our equipment and modified the rep scheme and the time scheme a little bit based off of the stimulus that we're trying to achieve. So it's a 12-minute AMRAP to get as far as possible of doing 4, 8, 12, 16, etc. So you're just adding 4 every time of an odd object deadlift. So an object around your house, you're deadlifting it. If you end up with something crazy heavy, like super duper heavy, you probably just want to do 2, 4, 6, 8 or something like that. Change that scheme. All right. After every set, so if I did 4, I'm going to do 20 plank shoulder taps. So that's 10 per side. And then I'm going to do 8 and then 20 plank shoulder taps. 12 deadlifts, 20 plank shoulder taps. That's the scheme as you go. All right. The plank shoulder taps, typically we've been doing them very slow and steady. We are going to go a little faster, but we still want to remain in control. So nothing frantic enough to where you're really not in control of your movement. All right. After brute balance, you're going to hit your cool down. The cool down today is a little more core focused, all right, and the hip stability focus too is still there. So we got 3 rounds, 20 seconds of sit-ups, 10-second hollow hold, 20 seconds of glute bridges, 10-second glute bridge hold. All right, do that 3 times. Then you're going to rest 2 minutes, and then you're going to repeat that again, but this time only 2 rounds of it instead of 3. All right, that'll be your cool down. Remember that your intensity should be low, like below a 5 out of 10, as you're cooling down, and it should actually get lower. So if this feels too intense, shave time off, add like a 4-second rest, whatever you got to do to stave off that level of fatigue that makes it feel like you guys are getting an extra piece of your workout, because it is supposed to be tapering off and just activating those muscles, kind of countering some of the potential damages that the workout has done. All right, that's the whole point for today. And remember to celebrate safely for those of you that partake.